Hey guys, DC Network here, coming at you with another video. A few weeks back, I made a video discussing how there's a new series of Cartoon Network Funko Pops coming out for Ed and Eddie. I'll leave a card above to that video if you haven't seen it yet. But towards the end of that video, I was discussing how Cartoon Network needs to keep this momentum going with not only their merchandise, but also with their home media releases in the form of complete series DVD box sets. And one of the things I mentioned in that video was how they need to make a Ben 10 original continuity complete box set. And what do you know it, but a little while ago it leaked that actually is coming in May. A card above to that video as well if you don't know what I'm talking about. But one other thing I mentioned in that video was how it'd be cool if we start to see more Funko Pops from classic Cartoon Network series. Like, why don't they make a 3-pack from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy coming with Grim, Billy, and Mandy? That would be so cool to see. And what do you know it, but I was on Amazon and I look under my, recommended for you section for products that they're recommending for me, and I come across a Funko Pop of Grim from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. And I was like, wait one second, are they actually making Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy Funko Pops? I just mentioned it in the video just off the top of my head. Hey, this is something they should do. And what do you know it, we are getting another series of Cartoon Network Funko Pops, but this time consisting of 3 releases from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. These are all going to be coming out on May 27th, which is the same day that the Ed and Eddie Funko Pops are releasing as well. And let's take a look at each of the Funko Pops here real quick. The first one, which I mentioned before, is we're getting a Funko Pop of Grim. He looks great, it's everything you'd expect from a Grim Funko Pop. I don't know why, but for some reason on Amazon they're charging $15.95 for this Funko figure when generally a Funko Pop is $12.99, and I looked at Funko.com and it's actually $12 on Funko's website. So I don't know why, but for whatever reason they're charging an extra $4 for him on Amazon. So that's rather weird. So if you're looking to get these Funko Pops, it might be best to buy him elsewhere unless if Amazon adjusts the price to reflect what it's actually supposed to cost. Next up, we have Billy, who looks fantastic here, right? It's a little bit weird proportions wise because Billy obviously has a pretty massive head and a massive nose attached to that head. So the torso and legs are really, really tiny while the head is just ginormous here with his tongue sticking out. Overall looks absolutely fantastic. Next up, we have Mandy, who's kind of looks like she's pouting in this pose they have going for her here. It also looks pretty good, and quite frankly, I really do think all 3 of these Funko Pops look absolutely amazing. And it's kind of odd to me that they're choosing to do 5 Funkos for Ed and Eddie, but only the 3 from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Like, I don't think we need more than that in this initial release, but something I mentioned in that Ed and Eddie video was how Cartoon Network and Funko, they tend to not go back and revisit former series that they've released outside of the initial wave. So what I mean by this is, like, for example, for Regular Show, we got that initial wave of Regular Show Funko Pops and we never got more than that. Same thing goes for a plethora of other Cartoon Network series. The only 2 instances where they've actually revisited shows to release more Funko Pops into those collections is with Samurai Jack and Adventure Time. So it'd be cool for the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy if down the line maybe we got a Jack Funko Pop from, that Halloween special we had back in the day. It'd be sick to see an Irwin Funko Pop. Even some of the villains or monsters from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy I think would look absolutely awesome in Funko form. But for now, the only 3 that we're actually going to get are Grim, Billy, and Mandy, which I think is fine. I don't think they need more than that in this initial wave, but like I said before, I do hope we get additional waves of Funko Pops for the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. And heck, I wouldn't even mind seeing more Funkos from Ed and Eddie, although there's not as many characters in that show that I think deserve to be put into Funko form outside of maybe Plank. As I said before, these are all coming out on May 27th, the same day as the Funko Pops for Ed and Eddie. And interestingly enough, I also saw this is not Cartoon Network related, but it seems like May is going to be like an animation wave of Funko Pops, because I also saw there are a plethora of Funko Pops coming out for the Fairly Odd Parents as well. We're going to be getting a Timmy Turner, a Cosmo with Poof, a Wanda, and also, I can't think of her name, is it Tina, the girl who's Vicky's little sister who has a crush on Timmy? And in addition to that, they're even releasing a $40 Funko Pop of the fish tank that, Cosmo and Wanda are in when they're in fish form, which I think that's all really cool to see. And going forward, as I said before in my other video, I really do hope that they continue to release more and more Cartoon Network Funko Pops. Some shows that really deserve to get Funko releases, just off the top of my head, as I said in that prior video as well, Codename Kids Next Door deserves to get some Funko Pops of numbers 1 through 5. A show that to me is shocking that it hasn't gotten more love in the Funko world than it already has is Ben 10. I feel like Ben 10 Funkos would literally sell themselves. For some reason, they only did a convention exclusive of Swampfire a few years back, and then they have a few Soda Pop releases for Ben 10, one of Ben Tennyson, one of Accelerate, and then they were supposed supposed to be one of Alien X, but for some reason that got canceled. But I feel like a Funko Pop line for Ben 10 would literally sell itself. Like, there's so many transformations that Ben has at his disposal. You could literally make a Funko Pop of every single alien from the original continuity and even the reboot continuity as well, and they would literally sell like hotcakes. I don't know why they haven't done this. I mean, how cool would it be if you see all of a sudden there's a Wild Mutt Funko Pop and a Ghost Freak Funko Pop, a Heat Blast Funko Pop, a Diamond Head Funko Pop? I could go on and on and on and on. There are so many Funko Pops in the world of Ben 10 that would sell like hotcakes. I'm surprised they haven't really, dove head first into a line like that, but that's neither here nor there. One other series that quite frankly is shocking to me that it hasn't gotten any Funko Pops yet is The Amazing World of Gumball. This is one of Cartoon Network's biggest shows they've had over the past decade plus. I am stunned that we haven't gotten Funko Pops for it. Like, we've gotten Funko Pops for We Bare Bears, which I love We Bare Bears. I own the flocked version of the Three Bears. It was a Barnes & Noble exclusive. Awesome Funko Pops, right? The Amazing World of Gumball is The Amazing World of Gumball. It is a massive hit for Cartoon Network. Obviously, it's coming back later this year for its 7th season. Where's the Darwin Funko Pop? Where's the Gumball Funko Pop? A 2-pack of those together would be absolutely awesome to see. Even more characters from The Amazing World of Gumball could really transfer well into Funko form, like an Anais Funko Pop, or maybe an Alan Funko Pop, or other characters from the school. I could go on and on and on listing off these different characters and how cool they would be to get in Funko form. But that's another series that I'm really surprised hasn't gotten any Funko Pops yet. There's a plethora of other shows that deserve Cartoon Network Funko Pops. Like, one that we got somewhat recently is Chowder. Chowder got a Funko.com exclusive release of himself, and there was nothing else from that show. Which, I mean, how cool would it be to have a Truffles and Mung Dal Funko Pop? How cool would it be to have a Schnitzel Funko Pop, or Panini, or Kimchi, or Gazpacho? Like, I feel like there's so many cool Funko Pops Cartoon Network could be doing that I hope they continue to have releases like this, like we're seeing with the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, like we're seeing with Ed, Edd n Eddy, but for a plethora of other series. But for now, we're going to be getting, the 5 Funko Pops from Ed, Edd n Eddy, and these 3 Funko Pops from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy being Grim, Billy, and Mandy on May 27th of this year. Anyways, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. What do you guys think about the fact that we're getting more Cartoon Network Funko Pops this May alongside those Ed, Edd n Eddy ones we talked about a few weeks back? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from DC Network. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.